going on, y'all? Today is Sunday, February the 2nd, and Pops are back in the shop.
Groundhog Day.
There's Pops right there. It is Groundhog Day, sure is. I wonder if Phil's seen his shadow or not.
I'm gonna go with Gadsden the Possum.
We are back in the shop today. We got a frame in here for chassis number 12. Pops went and grabbed it for us Friday morning, and then yesterday Pops and I got it knocked down, got everything off of it, stripped off of it. And this morning I met Pops at the car wash. We sprayed it, got what we could off of it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wire brush this thing before we even get started on it. Somebody got a little crazy with the rubber undercoating, and we tried to get a lot of it off. Pops was just chiseling some of it off with a hammer and a chisel. But we got the big wire brushes ready to go, and we're getting ready to start the next build. So, yeah. So we're gonna try to get this frame cleaned up. We have decided that we're gonna go at it a little different angle on this one. Our rear spring perches, the frames the frame horns where we cut them and plate them on the end to do our front 2x2 tubing, our frame rail, everything that needs to be plated, we're going to plate and do all that before we even put a bar in this thing. That way we can get it out of the way, and then all we have left is tubing. That way we don't get halfway through the build and say, all right, let's not forget to put our rear spring perches in. We're going to do every bit of that now. That way we can just do tubing work from here on out. So we're gonna get busy. I want to throw it on time lapse, and our car is still over there waiting on the power plant. Pops and I just gotta go get it. We haven't really had time to go get it. So this week we'll have that in our possession, and we're gonna have some video of us getting that motor in toward the end of the week probably. And there's still a few things we got to get for it. We can get it running, but there's still a few things that we got to get for it that we want to make sure that it's right. So y'all hang out with us. Time to build another factory stop. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. Pops has been back there. I'm gonna move the camera up just a little bit. Pops has been back there cutting the rear frame rails off right behind the shock mounts like we always do. We had cut them off roughly earlier before we brought the frame in. As y'all can tell by looking at it, we have wire brushed a lot of it. And it is a lot cleaner and neater. So,
I feel like a wire brush myself.
yeah, as y'all can see all the rubber coating and stuff that's in the floor. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna set this up on real time for a minute. I'm gonna weld this factory seam up right here and around that shock mount, or control arm mount, shock mount, and then down to there where it stops. So I just wanted to throw it on real time. I'm gonna weld all that up real quick. I'm probably not gonna video doing both sides. That's why I wanted to video doing one side. So y'all hang out. I get done, I'll show y'all. Get done, I'll show them how bad of a welder I am.
Well, I'm not welding.
I cut 2 spots right there. I didn't get clean good.
Uh-oh.
That old factory weld,
It's a mess.
it's junk. Like that right there.
Uh-huh. And you wonder why these things fold up like an accordion when you get in a wreck.
Yeah. Stamped metal and I don't know what kind of, I guess they assume it's like those robotic welders. Yep. For a second. Nasty.
I thought we washed all that grease off.
Yeah. Body mount hole got some rust in it.
Yeah.
Rubber, grease, oil. Pops and I did try to wash this thing good. Ooh, golly. That tear the old nose up there. Hang on before you start grinding.
Hang on.
Pops is itching to grind back there. They've been patiently waiting. So that's what I'm gonna do on the other side. What's funny is that spring rubber just dropped out of there. Got it warm enough, spring rubber fell out. I thought we had pulled them all out. But we're gonna continue cleaning it up. I'm gonna grind that side now, the factory weld. As y'all could hear when I was welding, it doesn't matter how much you grind that factory weld. If it burn in there good, in that seam, it's hard to get it all out. I usually, on the time lapse, you can see I took a cutoff wheel and ground in there good, and then I come back with a flap disc and ground away from it, and then laid that edge back on the top of it where it overlaps. It just lets me get in there better. So we done this years ago on a couple of street stocks we built, and I know people have mentioned they like to see it on everything, so we're gonna start doing it on every one of them. It takes a little more welding wire, but it ain't no big deal. We'll do it. Told y'all in the past that we're gonna do what we can to make the next one better than the one that before it. So we're gonna try to step our game up every one we build. So we're gonna get these welded up. I'm gonna get that side welded. I'll also weld the seams in the back on the rear clip, and then obviously when we flip it.
More weld up here on the part, out on the frame than they got in between the two frames.
So obviously when we flip this thing over, I'll clean out the factory welds underneath and weld them as well. So same places as you see it on top. But we're gonna try to get this thing completely cleaned up. We're gonna get some stuff plated. Maybe try to get the spring buckets in it today. Not buckets, but perches. Get them in it today. We'll get the plasma out in a little bit and cut them out. And the air compressor's doing better today because it's almost 70 degrees. So, but it's been nice today, so it's a good day to work on a race car. Pops and I are gonna keep on hammering. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. Well, we got all that welded on the driver's side. Passenger side, Pop's got the frame cut back here for our 2x2 tubing to sit down in there. 2x2 tubing piece is cut over there on the bench. Pop's had it over here looking at it, make sure everything was right. We didn't get to the spring purchase today, but we'll get to them and get the frame plated, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut the horns off and all that good stuff.
I got a couple of days to get all that cut.
yeah. I'll be out of the shop for the next 2 days. So Pops usually comes down here and piddles during the day, so he'll get that stuff cut and usually cut out our 1/8 inch to plate it all. But it's turning out good. Still gotta do some wire brushing right there. I missed where the steering box goes.
Oh, up in that.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll get it. And
Get the snap cut off.
yeah, we'll get all of it cut off and plated.
That.
We'll get our motor this week, hopefully. Sometime one evening this week, Pops and I will head down to Russellville, about a 25-minute ride from here. We'll head down there and pick up our motor and talk to the great folks at Twisted Performance and Machine. Also, this motor right here, Matt Brown's motor that come out of our car, it has 15 nights on it since freshened in late 2022. Matt has the spec sheet on it. He said that he wants to raffle that motor off. It is listed on my Facebook at the moment. 100 spots, $65 a spot. It will come intake to pan. It has fresh oil, fresh filter. It does have a Ram flywheel. And he said that he had pulleys and a power steering pump and all that comes with it. And we are also going to throw in those springs, the valve springs from Crate Insider that go with it. It is a 602 crate that has been freshened up, and it's not sealed. Again, I repeat, it is not sealed. I've had many people ask me that. It is not sealed because it has a bigger camshaft in it. Not really necessarily bigger. It's a little bit bigger. It's just a factory stock camshaft. It pulls 16 inches of vacuum. So, really good motor. Matt won some races with that motor. And that's the one, of course, he let us borrow. And he's wanting to just raffle it off. And that way, he can put that money elsewhere. So if you want to jump on that, it's on my Facebook page. Look it up. There's already some spots spoken for, but again, we're doing 100 spots at $65 a spot. So if you want to get in on that, be a good motor for somebody, especially for $65. But Pops and I are going to call it evening. It is, I don't know what time it is, Sunday, probably about 2 o'clock now. And we're going to call it a day, go to spend time with the family and enjoy the rest of the day. Beautiful day, sunny day. Neighbor feeding his cows. And I had my car pulled up here. I've got a vibration in the front, and something sounds like it's loose. So Pops and I were trying to investigate that. But anyway, we're going to keep on plugging along. There'll be a lot more coming into this week, so we'll have some more videos out. But we're gonna call today. Appreciate y'all subscribing. Thank you for watching. And until next time.
Appreciate it, gals, guys. Thank y'all very much. And until next time, God bless you.
See y'all.